Hello Raptors, we're going to continue our intro to team defense. This is the crease slide against the 2-3-1 formation. So let's talk about the 1 and the 2 slides. So we have our 2-3-1 here. Ball carrier has the gold ball on his head. So we are going to be running a crease slide. So that means our man in crease is going to be the hot slide, the first slide. So right now D is our hot slide. Real simple. So when the ball is passed, we're going to see something like this. Or communications. So the question here is, where does our 2 slide come from? We don't have 2 men in crease like we've seen before, and we can't really run an adjacent slide package when we've got a man in the crease. So what we have to do is pull the defender from the far side of the field. You can see right now we have the corners of the paint marked as W, X, Y, and Z. That's going to help us determine what player is on the opposite side of the ball, on the opposite side of the field. So if we look on this chart now, if you will, the ball carrier is closest to corner W. So if we are looking for the complete opposite side of corner W, that's going to be corner Z. And right now, defender E is guarding offensive player 5, but both of them are technically on the Z corner of the box. So right now, E is the opposite defender on the field, and so E is going to be our 2 slide. So what's going to be very important, though, because right when D slides off his man, if he needs be, unless we have the 2 slide right on the crease man, that crease guy is ready to go for a nice easy pass and dump on goal. So before we even think about sliding, we need the 2 slide ready to go, covering that crease man. So right when the ball's passed, he's going to come in nice and close like that and help guard the crease man while paying attention to his man at the same time. You'll be fine. Don't be nervous about doing that, because if that cross crease pass comes in, you'll have plenty of time to react, get back onto your man, as long as you're paying attention to what your man's doing at the same time. But this frees up our crease man to slide at will. So now our crease man's comfortable, so he's calling out that he's hot, and our 2 man is in position, so he's ready to go. So something to talk about with a 2 slide in a 2-3-1 crease slide formation. The 2 slide is not going to be coming from X almost ever. So just cancel him out. If you're playing X, if you're playing the man at X, 99% of the time you're not going to need to worry about being the 2 slide. It's only if you're playing on those top corners. So if you are playing one of those corners, you got to pay attention for when you're the 2 slide. So the slide package now looks like this. We add some movement, right? And so the only movement E really needs to make is positioning himself in front of the crease offensive player. Only real move he needs to make. But his stick's right there. You should have your stick right on his chest, right on his stick, on his hand, not letting him make that catch if there's a quick pass. Okay, so let's talk about the 3 slide. So with the 3 slide, it's just like with the 2-2-2 and with the 1-4-1. The 3 slide comes from the opposite adjacent. So just like that. We have the 3 slide coming from the opposite adjacent. So if 1 beats A on A's left side, defender B becomes the 3 slide. If 1, and hopefully not, beats A on A's right side, C has to become the 3 slide. Remember, when you're defending the ball, you do not want to be beat on the top side. You want to send them downward and away from the goal, shortening that angle. But we always prepare for the worst, so we're not caught with our pants down. So our 1, 2, and 3 slide is going to look something like this. All right. So B's dropping down, making sure that player number 5 is not receiving that pass. All right, finally the recovery. So, just like we've seen before, we make our calls. Our defender gets beat, and now everyone is moving, including our man who just got beat. And now we're successfully sinking into the paint, protecting that area, and not allowing an easy shot on our goalie. So that's the 2-3-1 slide package that we're going to be running. So here's your homework. Turn it in next practice.